they started laughing at us. That was hilarious.
Okay, so last night was fun. At least this time with the sleepover, I actually got to sleep. I didn't hear giggles all night long.
They were actually very loud.
Yeah, like.
No, you weren't.
Yes, we actually were.
They did better. So we have Caitlin for a little while. She's gonna help us start our next project, which is going to be, first of all, moving all this junk to get back to my milking stand because it needs a little TLC. I am going to be taking the babies off their mamas in a few weeks. I need that to be ready so we can start milking the girls. All right, but first, we gotta move all the junk out of the way, right? Here's the hay. It can go back out since we're done with rain. Read it organized. Yep, you can just move them right here. They don't have to go far. Okay, so this is my milking stand. Here you go. Ta-da! That's the milking stand. It's very basic, simple. It works in many ways, and there are a few things about it that do not work. So I'm going to show you that before we get started on this project, which I have wanted to do for a while, but we let the girls dry up, intending to breed them. Surprise! They were already pregnant. Anyway, but yeah. So here we go. Gavin, can you move out of the way? Okay, so for starters, right here, there's like a little channel here, and these should, let's see, slide back and forth, which, okay, they're sort of frozen up, but these should slide together and hold the doe's head in place while I milk. The problem is, number one, this is too tight, so I need to loosen that a little bit. The other problem is this little block right here keeps them too far apart, and some of the does come back out of the stand. Problem number two, it's short enough for the girls to hop on and off. However, they're short and I end up milking like this or like this, and this isn't gonna work because I got an old lady back, and that's not gonna fly. Okay. Problem number, not 6, 3, is there's no side here, so Cricket's probably my best milker, and the other ones move just a little bit. Dottie moves back and forth because this will be her second freshening, so that's understandable. But what has happened a couple times is she stepped right off the side, and I don't want them to have to deal with that. So I'm going to put a little arm or a little fence here, so that they can just sort of lean against it, gives them a little support, and then they won't hurt themselves or just not want to stand here because they're worried they're going to fall off the side. Problem number 4 is that I can't really clean it. It's all wood, and I like the wood. So the two improvements that I really want to do today is to stain it. And then we are going to put a rubber mat that I got at Tractor Supply there so it's easier to clean up. And the wood won't get soaked into so much. So we're gonna get started sort of disassembling it to make this top part work, and then Matt's gonna come out and help me with the rest of it, and we're gonna get her all stained and pretty and ready to be used. Okay. So keeping all the screws.
Can I get the other one?
Huh?
Can I get that one?
Yeah, that's what I want you to do.
Your husband said after he
Mark waits for nobody.
We can get started. All right, next thing would be, Corb, if you get the stain and the paint brushes, and we're gonna need a blower to blow this off with.
perfect angle, guys.
Is it? Alright. Just be careful the screws don't go spinning off. Alright, so. Okay. It's right there. Isn't that stain right there?
Oh yeah. No, this is pink.
Well, at least we don't have to take out the other side. There we go. Got it. Okay, Corb.
Oh, there we
you-
go. There's a secret little
Yeah, there.
thing.
Somebody used like a little. What is that? Some sort of nail gun? Little nails.
Staple nail gun.
Get those in there. So now, what kind of drill would she use to get that off? Because I need to cut this
Square
smaller.
bit.
But it almost stripped it. It almost stripped the ones on the other side.
She used a Phillips head.
No, she used a square
I
bit.
have one square bit right here, but this is probably too small.
Too small.
Yep.
Here.
Okay, well, not quite as smooth as I thought it was gonna go. We actually had to disassemble the entire thing to get the front legs off because we're gonna be lifting it a bit. So, Matt's cutting up the legs. We're gonna slap those on, let the kids stain it while Matt and I build the little arm and the ramp that needs to come off of it. So yeah, it's in pieces. Matt's so excited. He loves when I do this to him. Surprise projects. From deconstruction to reconstruction. Straight on, D.
I know. Is that?
Yeah. Dee Dee.
Hoodies are very good as pet carriers, especially for tiny bunnies like Milo.
That's
He's comfortable.
He
and
is.
It's warm in here, so.
'Cause he's a rabbit and has a hard time staying warm. He is so cute. Let's get a little video of that nose.
Take a closer look at that snout.
I can't focus when you're that close. There we go. Milo, you're so cute. Watch him bite ya.
Polish rabbits are great stress bunnies.
Yep, Dee Dee's gonna breed him to the Himalayans.
Which is gonna be funny.
Yep, and we're gonna have therapy bunnies. Perfect. Let's get the little. Yeah, there we go. Well, that smells delicious.
It cauterizes the,
Cauterizes the rubber. Is that a necessity?
apparently.
Davin wants to demonstrate how these work. Dee Dee, hang on. Okay, so we've got the front on. Corbin buffed out the little markings on there so they won't show through the stain. We cut out our rubber mat, and Matt is getting, we're gonna put a little arm on the back because some of the does tend to lean and I don't want them to drop off. So we're gonna give them something to lean on. Gavin, come help your brother. What do you want to go across, Dave? You want something like this?
That's what we put in the shop.
How's it going, Carpenter D? Yeah, getting the nooks and crannies. Matt's making the ramp. Perfect view. Nope, that's fine. Hey babe, can I use a rag just to get in here? Do you have any? There's a shirt in there that's all cut up. I can just use that. The right side though, the rough edge goes on that side. The final piece. Yeah, the one he cut. Yeah.
From manufacturer, as he said. There. Look. Holy.
Look how nice that is. All right, so we gotta move this down. All right. Okay, we are done. We have renovated our milking stand from drab to fab. It is stained up. I do have a feeder here. One of these little ones that mounts on. That'll go on the front. I'm gonna stain that before I go ahead and mount that. But this is what she looks like. We used some of our rough cut, put a straight edge on one side, left the live edge on the outside. I will end up either painting or staining it. I'm not sure which would look better, but you get the idea. That's what we got. And then up here, I am gonna add, instead of putting the latches back on here, I'm just gonna drill a little hole right there, put a rope through so that I can wrap around. It's quicker. It's much quicker to do that than it is to do the little latches. Let the girls get up, have a bite, close it, and go ahead and get my milking done. So we're gonna do chores a little bit early, head in for dinner, and call it a day. Thank you so much for joining us again. If you have any questions, as always, leave it down below. No, we didn't have a plan. We never have a plan. Rarely. I mean, it's a loose plan. Kind of just go with the flow. What works, works. And if it doesn't, we'll fix it later. So anyway, y'all take care and good night.